Hello and welcome to another tutorial video. So I'm excited to bring to you today this millinery video. As usual, is my own creativity, something I'm coming up with, and hopefully I'll be able to do justice with that. So again, today I'm going to be creating with just a single layer of cinnamon, and I've gone ahead to do a few steps. I'm going to be talking to you about that in a minute. Before I get on with that, I would like to say a massive thank you to all our subscribers, all our viewers, everyone who has supported in their own little way towards the growth of this channel. We would like to say a massive thank you to that. If you're watching me for the first time and you've not yet subscribed, I will urge you to subscribe now and hit on the notification bell just so that you'll be notified whenever a new video is uploaded. Just to also let you know, we've started doing live videos. We've done 2 of them already. You can have a look at it. I believe we'll be able to advertise all our lives before we come up on air, hopefully until people get to know the actual time we are sticking to for live. All right. Another thing I would like to mention are a few things that I'm sure by now you would have known if you follow this channel, that you can subscribe as a member as a way of supporting the growth of this channel for us to be able to buy materials to do projects for you. You can also say thank you to us by clicking on, I think it's called the super button. When you look at the bottom right hand corner of this video, you see those buttons. So you see the join button, and that allows you to subscribe or to join as a member. And then you see the super button, or the button that says thank you, that allows you to make a one-off contribution towards this channel if you like the work we're doing. But let's get on right with it. So I've gone ahead to cut my shape, and I'm doing a cocktail fascinator again today. I've gone ahead to cut my shape. This shape I had cut out of my plate. So all you need are 2 sizes of round shape, so the bigger size and then the smaller size. I'm going to go ahead and cut out my smaller shape, but from my outer circle to my inner circle, I'm talking about this length, that is 3.5 inches, and that's exactly what I'm looking for now. So I'm just going to go ahead and then cut out my inner circle, and then we take it from there. Okay, the next thing is to do the edging. So I'm just going to go ahead and do my edging. I'm going to bring my cinnamon back, and then we do the edging from here. So as usual, I would need to be cutting at a bias, and this looks like a good length for me. So from one corner of my cinnamon to the other corner in a diagonal is what I'm looking for, right, to do my edging. I'm going to be stitching my edging today with a machine, and I'm not stitching with my hands. So I'm going to be stitching it with a matching thread, and I will be showing you that. I had to cut my strip for the edging at a bias. I cut it at 2 inches wide. I did not measure the length. You can always measure the length by going round the circumference of your shape. All right, but I want to believe that this will be enough for the edge when it is shaped and stretched. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and see if that will be enough. If it's not going to be enough, I'm going to have to cut some more. I didn't have the option of cutting it in one whole piece just because of the size of my main cinnamon I'm working with. So I'm going to put my strip into 2 equal halves, like you know already, and then put this into another 2 again. So I've done all my fold. You should be having this in the end, you know, and then after that, the part that is open is going to be directed towards me. I'm going to pull and bend. The reason why we are doing that is the strip currently looks very rigid, and because you're going to be laying it round the shape of our base, which is a circular shape, is good to put this curve in it to help us lay it easily and beautifully around the edge of our fascinator base. Okay, so I'm going to do that and then see if it's going to be enough to go all the way around my shape. If that's not going to be enough, I'm going to have to get some extra to finish off my circle. All right, so as we can see, my edging was not enough to go around my base, so I'm going to have to cut some extra and then finish it off here. Hopefully we'll be able to stitch it so well that it's not going to look awkward. All right, so I'm going to finish off, I'm going to cut the bits to finish it off, and I'm bringing it here. Now I'm not going to do the usual thing where we fold one end in, and I'm just going to sandwich the edge like this because I didn't want that, you know, that thickness when you fold it in before you attach it. You know, the usual thing where we have to fold it in like this. I didn't want to do that because I want to do away with the bulkiness. So there are a lot of steps I've not included in this project, and I'm happy because I want to see the end effect of that as well. So you'd realize that I've not used millinery wire for my edge, and I've just used my cinnamon strip to finish off my edging. And I've also skipped the bit where you have to fold this in end in, and because I'm trying to avoid that bulkiness over there so that the joining will look a bit seamless. Okay, so let's see how it all goes in the end. So it's coming out just the way I envisioned it. So I'm going to go ahead and then do my machine stitching around the edging in the same cotton color as my cinnamon base. Then we go on to the next step. All right, so it's looking very much like the way I wanted it. Now what I'm going to be doing is to do running stitches all over this place, but I'm going to do them quite big. I've put my thread, if you can see, I have 4 strands going in the thread. So 2, I have it on a double, then it went through the needle eye and I secured it at the bottom with a knot. So I have 4 strands going in. I did that because cinnamon can have sharp edges and I don't want my cotton to cut through. So what I'm going to do is to start like 1/2 centimeter away from my cut edge. All right, I'm going to come back in to secure my knot, and then I'll put in my running stitches about 1 inch. So with the design I have in mind, I have a feeling it's going to be difficult just pulling them together like this. So what I intend doing is to apply steam to it whilst I pull it. All right, so I have my iron plugged and on full steam. I'm going to talk to you about that briefly and the reason why I'm going to be using an iron, or I'm going to be using the steam at this point. All right, now what I want to do is to pull these stitches to have the effect I'm looking for, but I have a feeling it's going to be too difficult to pull it because of the property or the nature of the cinnamon. So I believe that if I should steam my cinnamon up, it's going to make it a bit softer for me to pull it and have the effect, and when it dries out the effect stays into it. So that is what I'm going for. And I want to be sure I have it on full steam. I'm going to go in now and make sure that my cinnamon is very soft. Now remember, this process has to be very fast because we know that cinnamon dries very quickly. So I'm going to go in quickly and then pull it. Great for us to have. All right, I think I like what I'm seeing. It's very important that you have your thread going in force, like you can see, because you're going to be applying a lot of pressure at this point, and you need a strong thread to do that, else you're going to rip your stitching out, and that is what you don't want. I'm happy at the outcome, and what I'm seeing, I think, is exactly what I had in mind. Yeah, I like it. I like it so much. So what I'm going to do now is cut my thread and try and do some knots with it. To further secure it in so that it's not coming out. So So what is left now is to do our embellishment and then to mount our fascinator on either a clip or on a comb. All right, I'll decide exactly what to use next when I'm ready. I've also got some felt in a matching color to cover up the mess at the bottom, and I've got my feathers here as well. So we're going to do our feather shaping and arrangement, and that is it. So I have my glue gun on standby. I'm going to be working with my glue gun, my feathers, and then stick it onto our comb or clip, depending on what will suit it when it's all done. So that's what we're left with. All right, so I've selected a few feathers here I'm going to be using to embellish the center of this piece. My glue has been on for some time. I'm just going to drop a wee bit here in the center and then start attaching my feathers to it. At this point, I'm just going to get my clip to go onto that bit here. So this is what I've done. I've just glued in this patch here. I'm going to bring my clip to sit in here, and that will be it. So I've decided where my clip is going to go. I'm going to spread over some hot glue and then put my clip there. Now at this point, I'm going to wait for it to dry, and that will be it. So we've come to the end of today's tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified when a new video is uploaded or when we go up live. Also, please remember to become a member, and let's enjoy some fun time as well. Don't forget to share our videos, like, and leave all your comments in the comment section below. Until we meet again, have a brilliant day. Bye.